Earwax is known for unique movies, healthy vegetarian food, interesting ambiance, and distinct people. But we're definitely focused on health consciousness and like kind of getting more into tofus and tempehs. We've got a blueberry banana soy smoothie, an espresso milkshake. Whoa, that's way messy. Messy but awesome. Vegan German chocolate cake. Tofu cheesecake with blueberries. And this is a black forest cake. It's chocolate and raspberry. Double cappuccino, all vegan desserts. I don't think we're trying to like take over the coffee industry. I think that we're trying to be unique. We're not so monocultured, and we're much more geared, I think, towards individuality. I think sometimes that the character of the place can be a little overwhelming for people. Like walking into a carnival, like you don't know what's gonna happen to you. You don't know who you're gonna meet, what you're gonna eat, but you know it's gonna be really interesting. Once they give it a chance and come in, they want more of it. They definitely wanna come back.
Pete, what is the best part about Earwax?
Other than the name.
We could talk about the name.
No, I think it's just the place, just the atmosphere. And it was one of the first places I went when I moved to Chicago because my friends had always gone there. And I just instantly loved it. And I'm a big coffee drinker as well, so they have great coffee and espresso milkshakes that are amazing. I call them the $5 shakes because they're so good. And the food is fast and good, and it's not Burger King, and it's not Blackbird. You know, it's somewhere on a different cafe level, and they always offer vegetarian and vegan food, which I find to be very important because not a lot of places do.
Yeah, now, Andy, what are you going to say to Pete? Because I think you had a little bit of a different experience.
I actually agree with Pete that it's a very nice name, and that's the only thing nice about the restaurant. I live in Wicker Park myself, and it's really one of the restaurants in Wicker Park I wouldn't want to go to, so I had to force myself on a Sunday afternoon. And my biggest problem is actually to find a very safe seat, because all the sofas had big holes, and I was horrified that there might be nails protruding from the seats. And, well, I look at the menu, and decided I would like to order a ham and brie toasted sandwich. And service was good, but I think they were understaffed, and I had to wait for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes to get my toasted ham and brie. And at the end, I ordered a double espresso, which tasted more like coffee than espresso. And overall, I did not enjoy my experience there because I think for the similar price range, there are excellent cafe and bistro in Wicker Park. The service is really much better. But, well, I think vive la différence, and, well, it's a nice experience.
How did you like, Lee, when you were there, you liked the food? You enjoyed what you ate?
You know, I'll tell you something. I never had bananas in my spinach salad before. It was very unique. I think I probably would put raisins in instead. I liked the atmosphere. I liked that it was funky. I liked the hole in the booth. I thought it was interesting. I was there with my family, my son and his fiance, and I think I enjoyed it better than they did. The atmosphere it was great. The coffee was great. The food was a little iffy, but you'll appreciate this, Pete. Over the bathroom it says palmist, and I said to my kids, I said, "Oh, you guys, we can have our palms read when we're done." And then I saw a woman walk in there, and one of us said, "Oh, I'm sure that's the palm reader." And then she opened the door, and I saw the toilet. And I thought, well, this is a great experience. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Well, the whole thing is set up like a circus sideshow.
There were a lot of surprises there.
It took a while to sink in, but I had fun.
I think another thing that makes Earwax great is that it's just been there forever. It was there before Wicker Park had yuppies. You know, it just has been there for so long, and it's never changed. And it's
like that.
Yeah, it's just something about the timeless classic of Earwax. You know, you go in and you sit on wood benches with holes in them, and it's just, you know, it's quote quote kind of punk rock.
It's interesting in that neighborhood that there is, you know, there are places like Earwax that you said have been around for a long time, and it sort of adds to. It makes it more of a neighborhood kind of place where even if you're not from that neighborhood, I think you can walk in there and feel like you're part of the neighborhood. It adds a little bit more of a different atmosphere.
There's a variety of different cafes and bistros, and you just find what you want. And Earwax is not my cup of tea, But
Right. You know, and it's funny because when I was at Blackbird, I was thinking, boy, the person who chose this place is not going to enjoy Earwax at all.
You really thought that? That went through your mind?
it's so funny because I was thinking exactly like that. The person who chose Earwax would not like Blackbird.
I was thinking from the sublime to the ridiculous.
Well, this is your place, Pete. Why don't you sum it up for us? Tell us what you really think.
It would take a lot for me not to go back to Earwax. They would have to change everything, probably, but I'm sure I'll always go. It's just a fun place, and it's quick, and it's open late, and, you know, enough said.
And on the other side of the table, Andy, give us your sum.
I'm never going back there because I have my other favorite similar cafes, even less, you know, price less. Like I have my favorites. I have Cafe de Luca. I love it there. I love local grind, and it's just reasonable, and the crowd is just very much Wicker Parkish as well. But I would prefer these bistros than Earwax.
And Lee in the middle over here, what about you?
Well, I'll have a cup of coffee and have my palm read.
Great, well, you can find Earwax Cafe. You'll be able to hang out with Pete drinking coffee at 1564 North Milwaukee Avenue. The number is 773-772-4019. They serve breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. And no reservations are accepted here. And the average tab is $10 a person.